What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and I've been getting questions from the viewers about how to make Randy Moss 7 foot, so we're going to go over that right now. I'm going to need you guys to go ahead and like the video, get those likes popping, because you're going to be able to cheat your opponent relentlessly. All right, I'm going to explain to you guys what you need to do. Now, first of all, obviously, you can get either Lamar Jackson or Randy Moss absolutely 100% free in the store by using the fare that you accumulated over the last 3 weeks. Now, I waited to use mine to get Lamar Jackson. You can do it either way. Many of you guys were asking what's the best way to do it. For me, I just hold it until the last segment is dropped because it makes it easier. Because I don't know what they're going to do throughout that time. So I don't really rush, especially when they tell us initially that it's going to be a 3-part series. I don't usually use anything. So in this right here, you'll see I have 0 remaining. They got cheap on us. They usually used to give us a little bit more when they were B&D or if they were auctionable, but now they don't want us to be able to make currency. They want us to spend more money, so it's all limited. So if you haven't done this already, you can go ahead and get a B&D version of either the Lamar Jackson or the Randy Moss. All right, that's the first step. Okay, many of you guys already have Randy Moss. He's about 500K right now. The last time I checked, they're probably even cheaper. You're going to go ahead and, need to do that. Now, the next thing that you need to know is that all the players that are like champions are going to morph. And I'm going to show you guys what's happening with that. For instance, Lamar Jackson is morphing, but I'm not really worried about him being 6'10". Him being 6'10" doesn't really bother, that doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? He's not going out on routes or doing nothing like that. If anything, it makes him run a little bit more stiff because he's bigger, right? So he's 6'10". This is what you're looking for as far as chemistry, right? The most feared monster morph. That's what you're looking for. It's going to give you plus 8 inches in height. So any player that has that actual chemistry is going to be more for a limited time. All right. When will they go away? I don't know. But one of the things that EA did that's really messed up is they made it available in all the modes. That includes ranked and MUT champions. So you can do this right now and really cause a lot of problems for people. When I'm going to bring you to the practice field and show you what you're going to do. But I just want you guys to see what's going on. So any of the players that you have that chemistry are, they're going to morph. So 7-foot Randy Moss, all you have to do is just get him, add the training, and that's it. You don't do anything else. Obviously, you're going to add a theme team to him if you have a theme team because he's the Niners. But all these other ones right here, these are all jokes. Like, this is a joke. All this stuff right here, all garbage. Like, just really ridiculous stuff that you don't really need to even look at. So all the other things are it's always been bad. When EA first did this, it was actually really cool. It started to get more and more ridiculous as they kept it going. They started to make little tiny guys and the big players, like, Thanksgiving, they're going to have the little dudes running around and the kids versus parents. They started to get a little, weird with it. But as far as the morphing goes, it's going to help a lot of you. So right now, Randy Moss is actually 7 foot. Okay, still 92 speed. One of the other things that I like that they didn't do, they did not reduce the speed because they gained a height. Usually you would lose something. It just seems like they just, made them taller and just limited it to 8 inches. All right. So now defensively, we got Isaiah Simmons. I was about to say Isaiah Simmons. That's my fault. Champ Bailey, because it looked like he was the most feared. Was he a most feared? He probably did get up a little bit. I don't even know. I don't think he has it. But Champ Bailey is 6'8". Again, the speed did not change on him, but he moves very sluggishly. I'm just going over all the players that I have. Obviously, if you guys want to do it in a different variation, you can. He doesn't get any kind of morph. The free card that you get, he's still 6'4", if you guys watch the MCS. So that was him. And then we have Diablo, who I also upgraded with Fair. He now is about 6'11". All right. Again, they move very sluggish on the field. So be careful with the height of the guys. Also, another free card that's a bonus that you guys may not be using is the Mike Williams. Okay, he's also gained height because he's a most feared card. You get him for free for playing MUT champs. All right, so he's about 7 foot as well. So if you want to just go out there and moss crazy, I'm going to show you guys if you do have Mike Williams. If you do not, you might not be able to get him in time to be able to do this, because you can only do this for a limited time. Like I said, probably today and tomorrow, and then EA is going to nerf all their heights. All right, so let's go over to practice mode, and we're going to talk about what you're going to do. Now, all of you guys know I'm a mossing maniac. You can watch all my gameplays here, YouTube, Kick, wherever, X. I'm coming out to moss you every play. This is the issue now, though. It makes it a lot easier to do it for anyone. This is what frustrates your opponents. Okay, now there's a different type of variation in the way I'm going to show you guys to do it. I don't know if you guys know about like catching with L1 and the one-handed catches and stuff like that, but because the players are so big, you can actually throw the ball in the coverage and hold L1 and they'll go and snag it with the one-arm spectacular catch. In most cases, when you're playing like a human opponent, most people are smart enough not to click on, right? So look, I'm gonna show you this real quick. See, like the way that I moss, they just jump up and get the ball. That's the way, the way that I do that. A lot of you guys have still been labbing it, trying to figure it out. You can see how, bigger Mike Williams is than everyone else. That's a regular moss, right? Now okay, Lamar Jackson, this dude right here, man. Like, bruh, just throw the ball, dude. Another thing, because he's morphed, everything about him is a lot slower. So look, you can still throw the ball, deep, whatever like that. One of the other things that happened because Randy Moss and Mike Williams are so tall, they jump up to get the ball, even with a rat catch. They don't stay down even if you're rat catching. It's like EA wants you to just go for like a aggressive catch each time. Even if you press the square button or the X button, they will still animate and jump. I just want you guys to know that. So now, this is what you're doing. You're just gonna throw the ball, bro, and just run after it and go catch it. Now, I have abilities on my players, so it makes it a little bit hard. That was just a regular throw. I'm gonna throw it over here, and I'm gonna hold the L1 button and let you guys see what happens. Right there, with the way the computer's playing it, because it's on all Madden, it's gonna be a little weird the way that you against a human opponent, the way it works versus them, versus what I'm doing now. But what I want you guys to do, and what I want you guys to understand, is the bottom line is your players are bigger than them. Okay, so when you throw it up, just throw the ball up in the air and just hold just hold the aggressive catch, bro. Just keep throwing it in the air and just like, I know some of you guys will say, gee, what about the high point, stuff like that? I don't care how you throw it. Just get the ball to them. Just put the ball in the area and they'll do stuff in a regular head-to-head ranked game, and you're gonna be amazed at what they're doing. Now look, the L1 button is a little bit more difficult. I would have to actually go through a whole tutorial to show you guys, how that actually works. But if you just throw the ball and click on and hold L1, they'll go and snag it one-handed and do some really, really stupid stuff. Like, you see how he's jumping up, but like I said, I don't have double me on Randy Moss, so when we're in practice mode, I like to see what he does without the double me so I can have an idea about it. But he just runs, he's just big, he's gonna always jump like that. You're just throwing straight bullet passes, boys. You're just throwing bullet passes, and then when it comes down to it, you go for the aggressive catch. Because your player is bigger, then obviously, unless they got like Champ Bailey or whatever like that, it doesn't really matter. But most people don't know that these players are morphing, and a lot of them are actually upset that EA put it into the regular, like head-to-head modes. Usually last year they kind of took it away because of complaints. This year they didn't care anymore, and they put it back in there. So like I said, I would just keep throwing it, just throwing it, let the guys go get it. Obviously you're gonna get animations like that where, the CPU just knocks the ball out, but you wanna just keep throwing streaks, just throw them. And make these 7-foot monsters do what they do. I've already seen a lot of dudes getting rage quits off this because they were watching my stream while it was happening, and they were seeing how much easier it is to do it because these players are so big. Now, as far as the lob, right? The lob is the other situation that I wanted to talk to you guys about. Because when you lob the ball, you have to be very, very careful. You see how Dion cut right in front and picked the ball off? It's not like the previous Maddens where you could lob it. Lob it like that. You have to be careful with that because they'll actually undercut it and go after it. This is more for like bullet pass type things, so that way, they don't have a chance to react and you're just throwing it like really, really fast and seeing what happens. But I have noticed that Lamar's been a lot more inaccurate than Will Levis, but he's my free card, so I got to deal with him. And plus he's faster, so that's why I'm actually dealing with him right now. But yeah, that's what I wanted you guys to see. So create that 7-foot moss, go into practice mode, and just practice throwing the ball to him. Or Mike Williams if you have him, and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about as far as them getting up over. Now look, the reason that I'm throwing it to Champ Bailey is because Champ Bailey is like 6'8", and he's gonna animate. Most players that have him, you're gonna have issues with it, but you can still lob the ball over his head. They'll still go get it, stuff like that. And the height will be a factor over the next couple days while this limited time thing is going on. So try to get some wins, try to create some rage quits, and make your opponent just wish that he didn't log in, bro. That's pretty much the goal. I'm gonna see you guys and girls next time. You enjoy your day, stay well, stay blessed. One love, y'all.